Positivity to me is a way of life. It's a way of being.
I like words.
Tactical.
If I had so much
This place.
outside of the community. So we know one of my young leader.
music is the healing. Find a new skill to do something.
You want this to be 25% of your meal.
You could go to Olympics too.
Tokyo 2020 became the goal.
And we're going to talk about achieving.
And that was my dream, to get 9 ones.
Out of the word achieve, you're left with ICE. Now everybody could achieve and have.
Positive moments with Andrew and Dawn, and it's happening, guess what, for another season. We just had 16 fantastic episodes, but they're coming back with more, and they're here with us on the Now Morning Show this morning. Good morning to you, Dawn Foucade in studio here with us, and Andrew Lewis is on Zoom, and also on Zoom we have with us Andrea Maraj, who was a guest on one of the positive moments with Andrew and Dawn. Good morning to you all. Welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
All right, so Andrew, I want to start with you. I want to say congratulations. Season 1 is complete. We finished airing all 16 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. And how do you feel after the end of season 1?
Well, season 1 was, the beginning of it all, when Dawn and I were, discussing how could we start this. And it was beautiful. That happened online, Zoom. Beautiful season, all recorded there on YouTube. And once we completed that, we realized we needed a season 2. And that's where the whole beautiful partnership with TTT and Republic Bank began. And Andrea is a testimony of that experience too.
Well, I wanna find out, Andrea, how was your experience on the show? How did you feel like it impacted your life?
It was such an amazing experience, and the atmosphere itself that both Uncle Andrew, as I call them Uncle Andrew and Uncle Don, the atmosphere that they create, it's so natural. And what you see on the screen, that just translates,
Nice, man. So, Don, how do you guys measure the success of the show itself? Like, how do you know you start off with a goal, you're hoping to achieve something? How do you know if you've hit the mark?
Well, one way is that you walk the street and people going positive moments. So I guess that means people looking at TTT as well too, But it's really a joy to know that we're impacting lives, and the whole intention is just to showcase a lot of the positive in the country. There's a lot of negative things, especially in COVID. It's kind of heightened, but we say no, we're coming out positive. Our light is respected only in darkness. So we're bringing out something positive.
And definitely the light that shine brighter when it's in the darkness too.
Yeah.
Andrew, tell me what stood out to you the most about Andrea being one of your guests on the show.
Sometimes I would bring someone to the table, Donna brings someone to the table, and we have really think this through, because with the amount of just extreme negativity around the world, it just is super hard to find people who are clean, very positive, and are on the mission of what I call a healthy lifestyle, mentally, physically, spiritually, everything around them. And when Don brought Andrea to the table, he explained to me how long he knew her, what they've been through, what she's been through, what she's going with, what she's accomplished. And I didn't even question it. I said, Andrea, we're on, let's go. And from the time I met her, it was even better. And I know that while I was at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, on the bus one day, Don messaged me saying, come on, you got to send a word of encouragement for Andrea. She's going to exams. And there's so many things that, got aligned that were just so perfectly timed. And she was one of them. The meeting of her was one of them. The voice note to her is one of them. Maybe she could express how she felt about that positive moment I sent to her. But it just, Dawn and I have a trust with one another that is just so perfect, There's no questions asked when you bring someone to the table.
Nice. Andrea, you want to comment on it? On the voice note?
Yeah. Well, as he said, I feel like everything just aligned, and all the glory to God. He put everything in place just on the right time, where it's supposed to be. And I'm just very grateful for that.
Nice. And we're grateful that it did as well. Dawn, tell me what's in store for season 2.
Yeah, well, actually, season 1 is the webinar. Season 2 is actually what we just concluded with the 16 episodes.
Right.
And season 3 is what we're going to look forward to. So
Okay, so what we call in season 2 is really season 3.
Yeah, season 3. So what's in store is to find some positive people, like maybe some people like Jared Nurse again.
Again?
And bring them back.
It's a more than him.
You know, but you know, as you say that, everybody has a story, and this show is actually for everybody. You know, you have a positive message, we'll actually come to you. Andrea was in Rio Claro, and we went to her, and let me just tell you, the watermelon, the different colors, the food, her mother was just fantastic. Let me just add that Andrea didn't want to leave. As a matter of fact, if you go on record, that Andrea's particular episode was actually the shortest, because I wanted to get some food to eat very quickly.
So, they wrap up the episode quick to make sure that they eat.
If you want to make going nice, she accomplished so much great things, and they're done. Say, here, what? Okay, folks, well, thank you again. Watch another episode of Positive Moments with Andrew. They say, but now what's going on? I say, you see what mommy cooking in the kitchen?
Mommy smelling up the whole house.
We can always do this.
Jara, you were a guest on episode 15, if I'm not mistaken, the second to last one in the last season that we just ran. How was your experience on the show?
It was indeed a blessing, you know, to see their chemistry as well. You know, also, it's two great men. You know, an Olympian and a great man he's very good with words. You know, so I learned a lot whilst being there. But it was indeed a blessing.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Andrew, before we go, I'm curious, you have some interesting accolades, but I also heard recently that you've decided to retire from sailing professionally, Olympically speaking, I guess. Tell me about that decision before we wrap up.
I'm actually sitting right now here in France, in Marseille, where the Olympic Games will happen in 2024. But instead of wearing, you know, the Trinidad colors and preparing for myself, I'm here representing for Canada as their coach. And this whole thing came together with, believe it or not, Don was a very strong influence in this decision, which was hard for me at that point in time. But when Don broke it down for me with how the offer looked, it was really and truly very clear to me what I should do. So it just goes to show that, you know, if you keep the right positive people around you, the right influences around you, how a very blurred decision sometimes, how someone could see it very negative, Don put it in a very positive way and really made that decision very clear for me. So this show, it really and truly is not it's not a job for Don and I. It's nothing but a way of life. We're really just sharing our way of life, and we have the blessing of TV, of TTT, of Republic Bank, and the different people who take part in this show and experience it. We're just really showcasing our way of life, and we want people to really express and experience that and themselves through our ways of being. Because we believe that the pathway that we have chosen to go down as we grow, to glow through it, is very positive. So that's really what it's about, you know, just taking people on our journey and trying to do as many seasons as possible. And if it's meant to be, it will be. And we really look forward to bringing more of season 2 on TTT as it continues, and a season 3 in the future.
Nice. And Andrea, you, as a student of Naparima Girls, have your peers been able to share in these positive moments and been impacted by the positive moments?
Yeah, I could definitely say my friends, they were my biggest cheerleaders as well. So they would have shared the links or whatever. And and to me, I think it's not the amount of people that watch your show, but if it just impacts one person deeply, if it encourages one person, then I think it would have served its purpose.
I firmly agree with you there. Any words of wisdom before we leave, Andrea, that you want to give to your peers, to the country, as you're here on TV, no?
Well, one thing that this experience taught me is that no matter how small you would think that your contribution is or your accomplishment is, it's significant. And you have something to contribute, you have something to add. Any part in the world, any sphere in society, you have a place.
Nice, perfect. Andrew, closing words from you.
Well, you know, for all the viewers out there, really and truly, there is a way through living a positive lifestyle. It just really allows you to sometimes have to think a little bit more outside of the box, because we all have the gift of positive inside of us. We were born on this planet to live positive, but we were also born to understand that there is negative out there, and we will go through hard times. So just try to stay around the most positive people, places, things in your life, Look at the most positive things, be the most positive you can be, and I guarantee you it will make your life easier, happier, and more loving. Blessings to everybody in Trinidad and Tobago and wherever you are around the world.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Don.
Well, you have to drop a word. They're talking about a word all the time. So
He is
must
the
give a
words
word.
man, as I say,
you
for
know what I
last.
mean? And when we say positive, a positive only happens when a negative decides to look up. So there's a lot to look up to every day. And as we look up every day, in the morning when we awake, if we don't awake to our potential, there'll be a week. Boom.
Thank you guys so much for being here with us on the Now Morning Show this morning. Andrea Maraj, Andrew Lewis, Don Foucade. Positive Moments, well, season 2 that's airing on TTT. You know,
yes.
it's coming soon. Stay tuned. We take a quick break and we come back with more. When a negative decides to look up, that's when you get a positive. Don't play with him.